So for me, coming from the education background and my recent work in schools, equity for Māori has been a big part of the conversations I have with principals and teachers and communities. And this kaupapa, te Puna Taiao, is a really tangible way that schools and teachers can rethink how they approach teaching and learning in a way that supports all of the values and principles that I know can make a difference in education. My perspective on the benefits that this particular kaupapa can have, again, come from my education experience, and one of the key things that we know supports successful outcomes for our kids is authentic educational partnerships between whānau schools, iwi community, so that, you know, the age-old saying is it takes a village to raise a child. We know that that actually works. And often when I'm in schools, one of their biggest wonderings is how to create that partnership with the people they serve, so with whānau or iwi or the community. I see te Puna Taiao as providing an opportunity for all stakeholders in kids' education to see what that could look like, to think about how by working together collaboratively we can create something beautiful but also that has multiple impacts on the well-being of our tamariki.
Our generation played outdoors and had all these opportunities to learn risk and to learn risk management, and that had implications for our mental health, and that we are better able to manage the things that life throws at us, and that kids these days might be missing those opportunities to build resilience. We know that self-control at age 3 is the biggest predictor of many of life outcomes, your ability to control your temper. And we know these things can be taught, and we know kids aren't getting the opportunity to learn them. So if we can provide an environment that kids can naturally learn those skills and be assisted to learn those skills in a way that they used to be able to do, then this is broader societal benefits. This is not just for that realising the potential of that child and that whānau, but it's also the broader community and society as that child lives a healthy and happy and productive life. We know biodiversity loss is catastrophic. We know climate change is one of the biggest issues of our time. We know that plastic is having this huge and unstoppable, it seems, impact on our environment. Research shows that when you build that connection to nature, kids are more likely to become advocates for the natural world.
One of the benefits that is really front and centre, I think, for te Puna Taiao in the phase that it's in at the moment is ensuring we get the transitions to school right. And we know that the first 2 years of a child's formal schooling are really critical in setting them on the pathway to success within that learning space that is schools. So this is an opportunity to ensure that their introduction to school and all of those wonderful opportunities that schooling brings is one that nurtures their inherent curiosity and innovation and creativity to be able to set them up for the rest of their learning journey. One of the things that is really obvious for us is that most of our population live in areas that are quite urbanised. If you think about our big cities, our tamariki are more and more confronted with spaces that are very closed in. So te Puna Taiao really is an opportunity for urban schools to create an oasis for their kids so that they can start to reconnect to the environment and te Aotearoa, so they understand the wonderful aspects of that can support their hauora. One of the other benefits of the kaupapa is the fact that we have a moral objective to ensure that as kaitiaki of this beautiful, wonderful land that we have, we are maximising opportunities to understand what that means. Te Puna Taiao provides an opportunity for us to rethink what that moral obligation looks like and to support our tamariki to unpack and explore their role as kaitiaki. We know that traditional methods and modes of teaching don't work particularly for our Māori kids, and so te Puna Taiao is a tangible resource. Our outdoor spaces are places where teachers can start to rethink how to provide opportunities for kids to engage with new ideas and new concepts. So we shift away from the only place education can happen is in a classroom. Te ao Māori's known that for a long time. Actually, this is our classroom here. One of the other things that we want to acknowledge around education at the moment is all of the initiative that are supporting our kids to understand their potential in the technology space. So there's a lot of focus on e-learning and providing our kids with skills to be adaptable in a world that's moving forward with technology. There is a bit of a lack around looking at how that all aligns with the environmental side of things, and Te Puna Taiao provides an opportunity to look at that in a different way as well.